Here's the deal for Ariel. Ariel asks him about CryptoZoo. Hey, how about CryptoZoo? Oh, well, we're working on it. Okay, cool. How about bankrupting a fighter that you got into a partnership with, bag? How about you take that lawsuit off the table before everyone in the fight community ostracizes you forever? Well, I don't care about them. I'll still be able to sell Prime to all the teenagers. Well, you won't be able to hang out with any of us, dude, because anybody who signs off on a guy bankrupting a fighter during the very tiny window of time that they have to make money cannot be allowed to kick it.
You know, let's be honest, you're not immune to that sort of thing. Like you've rolled in the mud, so to speak, but it just kept happening and happening and kept getting more and more personal, it seemed.
So he just acknowledged, you know, your hands aren't clean yourself. You know, you've kind of gone in the mud. You're like, you mean that he his brother's girlfriend and then made a rap video about it? You mean like that? He had with his little brother's girlfriend and then made a rap video about it. You talking about that? You, whether it's real or not, said to the public that it's real. Okay? There are repercussions for these things. You made that seem real to the public, whether it was real or not. So the only way that anybody knows how to interact with you is based on the rule set that you set. So you said, it's okay for me to my brother's girlfriend, and it's fine for me to make a music video about that act. Yeah, boy. I don't even remember what the song is, but it's like, yeah, man, I tapped that ass, son. That's your girl, and I did that. And you're like, okay, this is a guy who would his brother's girlfriend and then make a video about it. Is it out of bounds for me to tease him because he's engaged to a girl who has a very shoddy history of a million guys? You know, like, is that a thing that's out of bounds? Of course not. You set the rules. You set the rules. Now, you might say, oh, that's out of bounds. Fine. So go beat him up, dude. So go beat him up. Beat him up. Don't sue him and bankrupt him. You made the rules. So yesterday, while I was doing the video about Logan Paul exposing what he's doing to Dillon Danis is completely unacceptable in the combat sports community, something we should ostracize him for, something no one should let slide. If you are in our community, regardless how you feel about Dillon Danis, suing him and then bragging about bankrupting him is unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior. So while I was doing that, Logan was appearing on Ariel Helwani's show and talking about the fight, talking about Dillon, saying some things like, as an example,
which is why I say he's going to have to declare bankruptcy.
Nina Agdal and I will slaughter Dillon Danis in court. Nice, dude. Hey, one more time. You sure you said that we're going to slaughter him in court? Nice. That's awesome. That is something you should feel really proud about, you know, because like we said, here's why this changes things and it requires another video, because I'm going to show you all of the things that he said on Ariel's show that are notable. All of the things where he contradicts himself about the lawsuit, where he goes 1 minute, he's super excited about bankrupting him, then the other minute, it's just Nina doing it. Another thing where he demonstrates that he is actually jealous of Jake and delusional about his own career compared to Jake's. And like I said yesterday briefly, but I'll say at the very front end of this video, Jake is a badass, a stud, okay? Top to bottom, I have nothing but for support for Jake Paul. I loved going to his show. I've rooted for him in basically every single event. I don't know, I rooted for, but have never rooted against him. That's for sure. And there's only one way to get to where Jake Paul is, and that is through hard work. And I've never seen him try to step on anyone else's head on the way there, and he certainly has not done anything that is so out of bounds that it requires me to all of a sudden break the rules where I don't do this to people and just start lighting him up on the internet. Jake is in a great light. Logan is in the trash bin for me, okay? So I'm going to show you guys what he talked about on Ariel's show, and we're going to go from there. That is what we're going to do. If you want to subscribe to the channel and support this, that would be incredibly helpful to me, and I will love you guys for it. Now, let's start here, okay? So we're going to start right here, just at the, is this a good place to start? Is it like, I don't know. I don't even know if this is like a good place to start, because we're going to end up talking a bunch about him being jealous of his brother and delusional about his own thing. You know what? Let's just start there. Let's start right there. Okay, let's go.
Your opinion, did it not come to fruition?
He's talking about, by the way, why Nate Diaz did not fought his brother instead of him. Let me just preface that again.
We're trying to help put together that fight back in March. Is all of that accurate?
Yeah. They were.
And why, in your opinion, did it not come to fruition?
Oh, man. You know why I think it didn't come to fruition? I mean, I don't know. I think Nate wanted to fight Jake.
Okay.
And so if you guys haven't seen the context related to that particular comment, when Jake went on Logan's show, which again, I didn't even believe was real, because what older brother would talk to his little brother who clearly is outperforming him in the boxing arena and act as if his little brother is like some consolation prize that people take because they're terrified of him. All right, so this video ended up being like 36 minutes. So I took this section where we talk about Logan stepping on his little brother's head, and I took that and I made it into another video so that we don't overwhelm people with the length of these videos. So that is another video that's going to be on later. Check that out. So that's just the preamble of getting into the rest of this thing. All right. So what else did he do? Okay. So let's start here. Now, I prepped all these clips. I don't even remember which one's which, but I know that all of them are things for me to respond to that required response. So let's watch this one. I don't remember which one it is. Ready? Boom.
Will Nina attend the fight?
She'll be there. Yep.
And how does that work with the restraining order? Does he have to be a certain distance from her, or?
It's not a physical restraining order.
Okay, so what is a restraining order? That he can't post?
He can't post explicit photos of her, which is insane that we're in a world where like that has to be like stated.
Okay, so I put that one in here just to make crystal clear that I am not some clout chaser that's trying to just hate on Logan Paul, because I'll state that is a completely reasonable thing to serve Dillon Danis with. If you're Nina Agdal, okay? Like if you're Nina and you're Logan and you want to support what she's doing, and she's like, listen, dude, I have no idea what he has, but I'm not going to allow this guy to be posting like pornographic pictures of me, dude. That, like, I'm not going to let that slide. I'm not going to let him post more naked pictures of me that are not public. That's not allowed. That's fine. Serve him with those papers. That's fine. That's a restraining or digital restraining order on posting that kind of thing. That's fine, dude. I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. So again, just to make sure that we're not looking like we're just looking for reasons to hate on this guy, I'm only hating on him when he deserves it, which is a lot. He is absolutely earning it. Let's continue.
You know, you sleep in the bed you make. He has any
You
very
want him to
messy
show
bed.
up, right? You need to resolve this, right? Like, you would be disappointed, no?
I would prefer that he shows up. If he doesn't, I will be more than happy to handle Mike Perry.
Okay. It won't feel like a letdown.
Good luck.
I don't know. I'll let Nina handle him in court.
Okay, fair enough.
We gonna slaughter him either way.
There you go. We're gonna slaughter him either way. I'll let Nina handle him in court, and then we are gonna slaughter him either way. So again, I just want to make perfectly clear that one of the main things that's going to be kind of running through this whole thing is the following. He shared a meme on Twitter. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? Bankrupt you, and then you blah blah blah, or I beat you up, then I bankrupt you. Ha ha ha. And again, you could if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, you could be like, all right, maybe someone just made that meme and he shared it, right? This is over now. He has officially, in his own words, been like, I'm in on this thing 100%. So, I mean, not that you need to say that. I know I'm an expert on this, having been married to my, I'm not talking shit about Nina, actually. Having been married to a girl for a very long time, I know, as soon as you say engaged, okay, she's not doing anything on her own. There's nothing, like, she's not doing anything, even if you think she's doing it on her own, she's not. You are attached to that from now on, okay? And so, I'll just let her slaughter him in court. Sweet, dude. This gets much worse. All right, so let's continue.
It's TBD.
And so I want to get to that in a moment, but as the fight becomes official and now the social media stuff starts and it becomes very personal, how are you reacting? Because there was a moment there where we didn't hear much from you, and it's like this snowball, right? And it's becoming extremely personal. I have always said loved ones, wives, girlfriends, husbands, whatever the case is, like there should be a line, and I feel like that is the line. Now, one jab here or there, all's fair in love and war, and let's be honest, you're not immune to that sort of thing. Like you've rolled in the mud, so to speak, but it just kept happening and kept getting more and more personal. It seemed. What are you thinking as you're watching all this?
Wait, so first of all, do you guys think that when Guru and Jamal and these guys all make videos about Ariel and how slanted his interviews are, where he's like really nice to certain people and then he kind of goes at other people. You know, I didn't give that much credence to it initially, and now I can't. It's like one of those things you can't unsee, right? So he just acknowledged. He's like, you know, your hands aren't clean yourself. You know, you've kind of gone in the mud. You're like, you mean that he fucked his brother's girlfriend and then made a rap video about it? You mean like that? You're like, oh, you mean like he had sex with his little brother's girlfriend and then made a rap video about it? You talking about that? Like something like that, right? Something like that. Like, does that seem a little bit personal? Like, which is more personal? Dillon sharing some posts that Nina Agdal herself put on the internet and he just keeps posting them, or actually physically having sex with your brother's girlfriend and then posting a music video that you made making fun of him about it? Now, I will say this, as I'm saying this in this passionate way, I'm not stupid enough to think that that was probably real. It's, well, actually, I take that back, dude. Until a few days ago, I would have been like, it is impossible that that's real. That has to be staged. There is no possible way that a brother would sleep with his brother's girlfriend and then make a music video about it. It's impossible. They have to be in on it. It's just genius marketing. That's a good way to drive clicks. I don't know anymore. What I do know is that you, whether it's real or not, said to the public that it's real. Okay? There are repercussions for these things. You made that seem real to the public, whether it was real or not. So the only way that anybody knows how to interact with you is based on the rule set that you set. So you said, it's okay for me to fuck my brother's girlfriend, and it's fine for me to make a music video about that act. Yeah, boy. I don't even remember what the song is, but it's like, yeah, man, I tapped that ass, son. That's your girl, and I did that shit, bitch. And you're like, okay, this is a guy who would fuck his brother's girlfriend and then make a video about it. Is it out of bounds for me to tease him because he's engaged to a girl who has a very shoddy history of fucking a million guys? You know, like, is that a thing that's out of bounds? Of course not. You set the rules, dude. You set the rules. Now, you might say, oh, that's out of bounds. Fine. So go beat him up, dude. So go beat him up. Beat him up. Don't sue him and bankrupt him. You made the rules. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why this has to be done, because this dude is delusional. He does not understand. Like, Dillon is fighting under the exact rule set that he set, and then he's going to destroy his financial life as a result of it, pretend like it's Nina. Let's continue, okay? And Ariel, shame on you, dude. Shame on you. You and Dillon have your guys' whatever, but you're never going to ask, you're going to ask Logan about cryptos, real soft. You're like, hey man, I wouldn't, I'm getting a lot of messages. I got to ask about CryptoZoo, And he's like, oh, legally I can't talk about that. So I just can't. Okay, understood. That's how much you press on that. That's fine. That's fine. But you're not going to ask him, hey dude, do you think it's reasonable to financially bankrupt Dillon Danis or anyone else in combat sports over things they teased you about on the internet? You're not going to ask him that question. That seems reasonable to you? I mean, listen, man, I've always made a thing about wives and girlfriends are off limits. That's fine. I don't even disagree with that. But you're gonna virtue signal that? Okay, what's the actual impact of what Dillon Danis did? Like, what's the impact of Dillon Danis teasing Logan Paul's girlfriend? She got her feelings hurt, For the next couple months, people might walk by and go, oh my God, dude, I heard that girl's a whore. Okay, what's the lasting impact of what Dillon Danis did? Like, what's the lasting impact of anything that Dillon Danis has done on Twitter? Fucking nothing is the answer. Logan's a billionaire. Nina Agdal's going to marry him. She's going to be a billionaire through marriage. Like, there is no lasting impact. So you are acknowledging that it's off limits to tease girls or whatever, but you're not even going to ask him a question about bankrupting a fighter that he is scheduled to fight for teasing a girl online. Shame on you, dude. Shame on you. You want to kiss Logan Paul's ass? Oh, geez. I mean, listen, I am completely on your side. I mean, what he did is disgusting. You're all, what specifically? Well, just so many posts. You mean posting things she posted on the internet? I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily, it's just a number of posts. Okay, so at what point did he post so many times that it was okay to financially bankrupt him? Grow the fuck up, Ariel, and anyone who thinks this is even moderately acceptable and is not going to ostracize this fucking guy for this, dude. This shit's not okay. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You're never going to convince me this is okay. Well, it's actually Nina doing it. Is it? Let's continue then. Okay, it's Nina doing it, right? Okay. Let's see.
And then he still has to deal with the lawsuit as well, which is going to be expensive, and he's going to have no money to do it, which is why I say he's going to have to declare bankruptcy. Like, the guy, he got to show up. He has to show up, in my opinion.
Okay. So again, now, his own words, dude. His own words. He's on board with this. Oh, he's going to have to declare bankruptcy, man. He's going to have to declare. Wait, why is he going to have to declare bankruptcy? Well, because my girlfriend, fiance, is suing him, and she's going to bankrupt him. You're like, okay, right? Are you like, again? And I just want to, God, dude, people acting like this is not a big deal. It's insane to me. Okay, like financially bankrupting a person, especially a fighter who has limited time to do this business. Like, again, Ariel, fucking shame on you, dude. You know the life. You know a fighter's life. Whether you disagree with Dillon Danis or whatever, how long does a fighter have to earn money before they are in their later years and cannot earn money fighting anymore? Bankrupting a fighter is fucking off limits, dude. It's not okay. It's not okay. If you're in the fighting community and you do not call him out for this, you are just as bad as him, because you should fucking know better. Ariel, you should know better, okay? Dillon is going to blink and he's going to be 40. And it's okay that this fucking rich bitch who's marrying a billionaire is going to bankrupt him because he teased her on the internet? You're on the fucking wrong side of this. Anybody who is not breaking his balls as hard as you've ever broken anyone's balls for fucking anything, you're on the wrong side. Everyone should sound like me. This is not okay, dude. Did I sound any different when I found out that Fabia scammed Diego Sanchez out of $100,000? What did I say? I said someone needs to go find that guy and they need to extract $100,000 from him and put it directly into Diego's bank account. This is off limits. We are supposed to protect these guys, dude. Okay, if you're like, listen, dude, you want to tease these guys, you want to tease like the successful ones, that's fine, dude. Guru's the best ever. He fucking rips these guys apart and everybody loves it. What he does is golden. That's fine. Like, people love it. You want to know what he's not doing is actually negatively impacting their lives, okay? Taking money from a fucking fighter, if it's non-just, is not acceptable. And you need to just kick them into the fucking stratosphere. Anybody who does that. Fabia, get them the fuck out of here. Fucking Logan Paul, gone. Nina Agdal, gone. You can't let this shit slide. Anywho, continuing on, let's look at this next one. I don't remember what this one is either.
Where did you find the bouncer, or how did you find the bouncer?
Yeah. The bouncer that choked out Dillon Danis. Yeah, flew him to London and hired him as my personal security.
Okay, I put this one in there because that is kind of funny, dude. Like, all fairness, that was pretty funny. I will also say that Dillon Danis had surgery on his knee and was in a leg thing where he couldn't bend his knee. Okay, I'm giving Logan props on this. That is funny, dude. Like, that is funny. Dillon, who's the jiu-jitsu master, got choked out by a bouncer who crossed his feet when he put his hooks in. Okay, like, if you know jiu-jitsu, you never do that. If Dillon was able to have his legs, he could have broken his ankle with a foot lock. That's why you don't cross your feet when you put your hooks in. But whatever. Okay. Bottom line, though, okay? Bottom line, Dillon was in a boot. He was in a full leg boot, okay? But listen, I'm not a person who doesn't have a sense of humor. I mean, I could give the guy props on that. That's pretty funny. Continue.
One of his big rallying cries, as you know, is he loves to bring up the crypto zoo situation, and you have said that you are rectifying this. Your work.
Okay. So again, I should probably just lead off with this, dude. Okay. So if you're going to interview, you know what? Let me take a timestamp on this. So we're at about 24 minutes. Here's the deal for Ariel. Okay. So we're about to show you a clip where he asks him about CryptoZoo. Okay. Now, he obviously got asked a bunch of people, or, asked the people, hey, what should I ask Logan Paul? And all of them were, ask him about CryptoZoo. And so Ariel asks him about CryptoZoo, right? He's got to appease his people. He doesn't want to look like he's letting him off easy, right? Okay, so good job. Hey, I'll show you in a second. Hey, so I got to ask you about CryptoZoo. Well, Ariel, I love you, but due to legal proceedings, I can't comment on it. Okay, good for you, Ariel. But you didn't want to ask him about bankrupting a fighter for promoting a fight and being mean to his girlfriend. That didn't seem like something that you should ask him about. Like, that's fine. You and Dillon have a little problem, so you're cool with him taking him to court for teasing his girlfriend, posting things that his girlfriend put on the internet. A fighter with a limited career, it's okay for some model to come in and sue him and bankrupt him at the behest of her boyfriend or fiance, who is supposedly a combat sports athlete. The shit is off the table. You should have grilled him about that. You should have told him the shit's unacceptable, dude. Get control of your fucking girl. That's what you should have asked him. Hey, how about CryptoZoo? Oh, well, we're working on it. Okay, cool. How about bankrupting a fighter that you got into a partnership with, you fucking shitbag? How about you take that fucking lawsuit off the table before everyone in the fight community ostracizes you forever? Well, I don't care about them. I'll still be able to sell Prime to all the teenagers. Cool. Well, you won't be able to hang out with fucking any of us, dude, because anybody who signs off on a guy bankrupting a fighter during the very tiny window of time that they have to make money cannot be allowed to fucking kick it, dude. Kick him the fuck out of here. Anyway, moving right along. So this is the last clip that I had. Oh no, I already did that one. Yeah, I already did that one. So that's pretty much it. That's it. I retract everything that I say second he drops the lawsuit, dude. And anybody who knows about this lawsuit maybe just hasn't thought about it enough. Ariel, as soon as you acknowledge that bankrupting a fighter for promoting a fight is not allowed in our community, we're good again too. I don't even understand how there is a single person who is not as mad about this as I am. Because in this conversation, Logan, many times, you guys can watch it for yourself in total, many times, signed off, co-signed on Nina doing this to Dillon. Let's just continue some of these others because there's a lot more here. All right, so
unfold.
At first, I totally understood it. Like, I would do the same thing. Like, that's what you do to sell a fight. You prod, you poke, you get at the weak spots, and then the behavior became a bit stalker-esque. And then,
so out of the gate, he's saying, "Oh, so what Dillon was doing was like okay, like if you look for a weak spot and you prod." Right? That was okay. I would have done the same thing. Right? And then he did what you would have done too much. And so your response is to bankrupt him. A professional fighter who does not have a Prime brand, who does not have money, like a professional fighter with a tiny little window to make money, your response is to bankrupt him. Got it. Okay. So you would have done the same thing, but now you'd bankrupt him because he did it too much.
And it's cyberbullying, then it's harassment, then
cyberbullying, promoting a fight. Okay,
it's committing a federal crime, and so it's clear to me that his intention from the get-go was to pick a fight with a woman, because that's what a person like Dillon Danis would do.
That's what his intention was to pick a fight with a woman. He just, at random, he put every single woman's name into a hat. And he was like, who should it be? Nina Agdal. That's who I'm going to pick a fight with. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that you just made a public spectacle of getting engaged to her, dude. And you may not have recognized that there were some clips floating around the internet that might have made her look like, I don't know, she's a dick hound, okay? I'm not saying anything negative about her. I'm saying, like, objectively, if you look at these clips, if there's a clip of anybody going, Jesus Christ, God damn, I need a cock, I just want a sausage just destroying my body. If you know anyone with a huge cock that doesn't have STDs on it and that's down to fuck, send it to my house. I need it. I fucking need it. I'm starving. Okay. If you can't recognize that a person who has that floating around is going to look like a whore if someone puts it out there, dude, what are we doing? Dillon didn't make that. You think he picked her at random? He just wanted to pick a fight with a random girl. You know how many girls have videos like that? He did it because she's engaged to you, obviously. He didn't pick a fight with a girl. He's picking a fight with you. And she is a public figure, okay? Public figures are fair game, dude. Public figures are fair game. You got engaged to a public figure, okay? I think you're handling this well. You are defending her. You're saying you're very in love with her and you like whatever, like you stand by her. She's very impressive. Good for you. No one is saying not to marry her. Suing him, unacceptable. This is probably enough.